Welcome back to another game from the Clark and Addison Gaming Company. My name is Brian Happerkamp. I'm the designer and creator here at Clark and Addison. And in this game, we are going to play Game 2 of the 1999 World Series between the Braves and the Yankees. I'm trying to rewrite history. The Braves got swept in 4 games, 4-0 by these Yankees. And, not, not a great series for the Bravos. I played game 1, and it started about as bad as you would think. The Braves lost 3-0 in a shutout thrown by El Duque Orlando Hernandez and Greg Maddux. Pitched pretty well, 5 hits allowed, but really it was just, I don't know, there were a couple that's an unearned run, and I don't know if that one's an unearned run, but there were a couple of errors here in the 3rd inning, which led to the 2 runs. And so not everything. I mean, this guy scored after a fielder's choice, a double. There was a single by the pitcher. I mean, what can you do? So game number 2, and this is going to be used using the game 1. I played it that way too, but this is used using the quick play baseball game engine, and I'll be using the play-by-play. So this is the full play version. Basically, you have a chart here, and this chart is used for everything, the medium and the full play version both. We have all of our strategy plays here. Green means it's good, so when you pull a card and it a sacrifice with a 6 or greater on the card value is going to be good. We're playing with just a standard deck of cards, and then we do have some rare plays. So the black here, when it's a club or a spade, that denotes that you're looking at the batter. The red denotes that you're looking at the pitcher. So if we have a rare or unusual play, essentially, if the play goes off the charts, then that's going to be a rare or unusual play. For a pitcher, it's going to go off the chart less than 2. For a batter, it's going to go off the chart greater than an ace. And then we simply just flip the card and check our chart. So the game is dead simple to play. It produces good results, I believe, especially when you play the full game, because it's a 1 out of 52 chance. So everything is like 2%. So when you play the faster playing quick play version, that's one card flip per half inning, so you can play a game very quickly in just a few minutes. The medium play version uses situational cards, and so basically you flip a situation. That's going to be your situation for that inning, to start that inning or that half inning. Then you play out the cards, basically how we're going to do, but you start with a particular situation in an inning. So you could start with nobody on and 2 out, flip 1 card, make an out, and that's the half inning. Or you could start with nobody on and nobody out, and then you are basically going to play out what we're doing today, but for that inning, that half inning. And so every half inning is different. The situation cards are all different. You can sort of determine the universe, I guess, that you want to put the situation cards in. If you want fewer scoring chances, you can just take out some of the scoring chances and add some non-scoring chances and make it a little bit more difficult, or a little bit the run environment a little less or a little more. So it just kind of depends on what you want to do. So we're going to start from scratch. So I have my Digi Dugout copy of the score sheet. I paid for the Digi Plus, so I bought that last year. And so I get access to all the playoff score sheets. So that was really why I wanted to do that. Plus, I want to support the developers. He's creating new things. These are the charts here. They're a little dense on paper. I normally look at them on the screen. So they're PDFs. But basically, you can see this is New York. The Yankees start here, and then they go through, halfway down the backside. Basically, these are the pitchers from in this section here. from this line to this line. These are the pitchers. They come with an A, B, C, or D grade. They also come with a rating of 0 to probably -2, I think is about as low as you go. You get their FIP and you get a bunch of stats. So that's why this page is a little bit wonky. And then for the batters, they're rated for every version of the game. You can see here that some of these guys have stars. So Jeter, O'Neill, Brocious, and Bernie Williams, they all have stars. Darryl Strawberry is on the backside too. A star means that your WOBA was 340, I think 340 or 360 plus. So, you know, if you get into the 360 plus range, it had to be 360. So Knobloch doesn't have one. So I think it's 360 or 350. I believe it's 360. Yeah, this guy's 353 for Posada, so he doesn't have one. So 360 and above. And a 360 WOBA is good. It's way better than average. So it's all-star quality. You may be like, Brocious, what? But Brocious that year played out of his mind. That's part of the reason we lost the World Series, is because Brocious played out of his mind. But anyway, we have a star, and then some players have power rating. We don't have anybody on this sheet that has a power rating. A power rating just means you hit 30 or more home runs. So if we look over at their home runs, we can see no one got to 30 on this team. That's why they don't have a power rating. But these first two ratings are used in the quick play and the medium play game. In the full play game, we use these ratings. These ratings are +2, +1 or -2, +1 or +2, sorry, or 0. And the way these ratings for the pitchers and the batters affect things is, let's say we flip an 8 of hearts. Normally that's a F7, but if the pitcher is a -1, then it would become a 7 of hearts. So we keep the suit, we just drop the number, and so instead of a fly out to left, it's a fly out to center. It doesn't make a lot of difference, but when you get down here and you flip a 4, it becomes a strikeout instead of a ground out. Or here, where a walk turns into a deep fly ball. So it does have some effect on the gameplay, and it's very subtle, but it does affect things. But on a 2% chance, I mean, you're moving the needle, 2%. Or if it's a +2, so you have a batter with +2 and you roll an 8, or you flip an 8, normally it would be a fly out to center field, but instead it becomes an error on the defense. So +2 moves you this way on the chart. Now, if you have an ace with a +2, then that moves you over into the rare, unusual plays, and then you simply resolve that play. So I like on these score sheets to go through and make sure that I just mark what everybody is. That way I remember. So I'm going to do that here. And Jeter, O'Neill, Brocious, and Williams are +2. So and Tino Martinez, Posada, and Reigns are +1. So I think that's all we have. We don't have any others on the backside. Darryl Strawberry is +2, but he was a late season pickup, if I remember. Came off the bench or DH'd or something. So that's all of them. And for the pitchers, it's going to be David Cone on the mound. So Coney was a -2, so pretty salty. I believe you got that for having a FIP under 3.5. So that would be equivalent to like the top level pitcher in on base baseball. So his FIP was 3.45. So I think that's how that worked. For the Bravos, Chipper. Oh man, I printed out the wrong team. All right, let's go back. Let me put you on hold and I'll pull up the right team. All right, sorry about that. I had 1998. I didn't realize that. That's why Brocious was so good. Okay, I have 99. So Chipper is a +2. Andre Jones, Brian Jordan +1. Klesko +2. Javi, Randall Simon, and Brian Hunter. So Javi is out. Simon and Hunter are not in. Williams, Gann. Gann's a 0. Okay, I think we're good there. Kevin Millwood is a -1. So let's get him. And let me go over to the Yankees. Sorry about that. I just had the wrong season. So let me double check. Their players probably won't be too far off what they are now. So 99, the Mets, the Yankees. 99 Yankees, Jeter, Knobloch, Williams are +2. Jeter, Knobloch, Williams, O'Neill, Chili Davis, Lede, and Curtis. O'Neill +1. Ricky Lede +1, good outfielder. Tino Martinez was a 0. Girardi a 0. So Chad Curtis was the other. So I think I got everybody right there. And then David Cone. So Coney was a 0 rating. So not as good in 99 as 98. I think this the frustrating part is I felt like, they were there to be had. Their FIPS were not great. Ramiro Mendoza sub-4, Mariano sub-3. I mean, they had a really good bullpen, but Stanton, former Brave, played well, 3.2 FIP. But their starters were all like 4.44, 4.5, 4.6, and it was just they were there to be had, and the games were close, and it was frustrating. Very frustrating year. Anyway, the Braves were solid. So we're trying to reverse everything here, and we'll see if that happens. But all right, so let's get started with this one. What we're gonna do is let me get back over here. I can see myself. Okay, so you can see everything. I think. See everything here, and I got my Vikings cards here. You can see them. It's nice, given to me by my family. So those are kind of cool. It's not bringing any kind of luck to the team this year. But let's go. I got my card shuffler here too. So card shuffling is a part of this. Every half inning is what the rules as written say. That's what I'm going to do. The more you shuffle the cards, the more variability you get. The more you shuffle the cards, the longer the game is going to take. This game won't take very long, but we're already 13 minutes in, so we'll see. I'm just trying to explain. I really want to go back and show some of the older games, especially after the Cyber Monday sale yesterday. Thank you to everybody who participated in that, and I hope you got what you were looking for in terms of, the games were all 50% off, so it's already super cheap to buy my games. It was crazy cheap yesterday. So hopefully it gets us back to like really good Cyber Monday sales. I feel like everything is like 20% off or something. That's not how it used to be when I was a kid. So we're getting back to our roots. So hopefully you got what you needed or wanted yesterday, and you can play some more games throughout the season or throughout the year. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to flip, and we're just going to check the suit of the card. I'll walk through it kind of briefly, but it's not a difficult game to play. So up first is Chucky Knobloch, then Jeter, then O'Neill. They're facing off against Kevin Millwood, who is a -1. So if the card is a red, a heart, or a diamond, we're going to apply Kevin Millwood. If the heart is a black, so a club or a spade, we're going to apply the batter rating if there is one. So pretty basic. Jack +2. Jack of spades +2 is going to be a king of spades, which is a double. And it tells me on the sheet that it's a double with an asterisk. That just means that all base runners, that would clear the bases. So everybody gets 2 bases +1. So Knobloch with a leadoff double. Derek Jeter up 7 becomes 6. 6 of diamonds is a pop out to the shortstop. And 1 out in the inning. Next up is O'Neill. Millwood. A 6 becomes a 5. So 5 is going to be a pop out to third. So he's got the high fastball working in this one. And Millwood had a good one too. 2 outs, runner at second base. Bernie Williams to the plate. 7 of spades becomes 9 of spades. And a 9 of spades is going to be a deep fly ball out to center field, but Andrew Jones tracks it down. And that's going to be the 3rd out. So the Yankees are out of the first. They strand a runner at second base. So each time I'm just going to do this where I put you on hold at the half inning. I'm going to shuffle a couple of times. And then we'll come back for the next half inning. All right, and we're back for the bottom of the first. I don't typically shuffle that much, but sometimes I'll go 2 innings, 3 innings. But it starts to really wear down the card pile after a while. So you want to keep those percentages as close as you can to 1 out of 52. I mean, that's not going to happen. Every time you flip a card, it changes the percentages. So the more random, if you want more randomness, shuffle more. If you want less, you don't care, you want game speed, shuffle less. I also have an online version that I can put a link in the description and you can play online. I've got 2 different versions of it. One is just the cards where you can flip them. And the other one is, and it has all the situation cards as well. And then the other one is a full-blown, like quick play baseball online where you can actually play out like the 1978 season using the cards. So that was an experiment that I'd done. All right, so bottom of the first, Gerald Williams, Ozzie Guillen, and Chippewa Jones up first. Queen of clubs is going to be a leadoff single for Gerald Williams. Williams at first. Guillen is up. Jack of clubs is a walk. So right off the bat, Coney struggling. And Chipper Jones comes up. He is a +2. Of course, it goes to the pitcher. So 4 of diamonds is a line out to second. That'll be out number 1. BJ Brian Jordan to the plate. A 10 of diamonds is a deep fly ball. So fly ball to right field. We're going to call that a sacrifice here and let that lead runner go forward. It's got an asterisk which says everybody should advance on a fly ball to right field. I don't think even on a deep one, Ozzie Guillen is going to advance. So we'll go with 1 player. Jack of diamonds is going to be a walk. So Klinko with a walk. And that'll load the bases for Keith Lockhart. Will he come up clutch? 10 of hearts. A deep fly ball to left field as he pokes it to left. And that one just keeps carrying into the night, and it will be caught in left field for the 3rd out. So the Braves strand the bases loaded against David Cone, a prime opportunity. We head to the top of the second, still no score. All right, we head to the top of the second inning, still no score. It'll be Tino Martinez, Ricky Leday, and Scott Brocious for the Yankees. I know a lot of people are accustomed to dice. Cards are a cool mechanic. They're very universal and easy to read. And you've got 4 suits. You can do a lot of stuff with them. So basically we have a 4 times, I don't remember, what is that, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So 4 by 13 is our grid. And so it's some interesting things that are going on here with the percentages. So pretty fun. So we get a 3. Millwood is a -1, so it's going to be a 2 of hearts. That's a strikeout swinging. His first K of the day. As Tino Martinez is down on strikes. Ricky Leday to the plate. Leday, I believe, a left-handed batter. And that's very straight or not. So Ricky Leday, I believe he was a left-handed batter. A jack becomes a 10, so that's going to be a deep fly ball as he hits it high in the air to left, but playable for Gerald Williams, who puts his feet on the warning track and makes the catch. Scotty Brocious, a 6 of clubs, is going to be a can of corn to center field. Jones is there. 1, 2, 3 inning, and that is all she wrote for New York in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second, still no score between the Braves and the Yankees in Game 2 of the 1999 World Series. All right, and we are back for the second inning. It'll be the catcher, Greg Myers, Andrew Jones, and then the pitcher, Millwood, for the Bravos. Myers, his first attempt tonight is in 8 of diamonds, which is going to be a grounder to second base. He'll be out for 3 on the putout. Andrew Jones to the plate. He's a +1, so 3 becomes a 4. That's going to be a pop out to third baseman as he ranges, or first baseman as he ranges into short right field and makes the catch. 2 down for Millwood. Millwood has no modifiers, so a 9 of clubs as he gets a hold of one and he puts the barrel on it, gets it out to right field. But that's going to be deep and playable. That's a 1, 2, 3 inning for Atlanta. We go to the top of the third, still no score here in Game 2. Right, in the top of the third inning, it'll be Joe Girardi, pitcher Cone, and then back to the top with Chucky Knobloch. A 2. So 2 minus 1 is a 1. We don't have a 1 on our chart. That means we go to the rare or unusual plays. And there are rare and unusual plays for the pitcher, denoted by the red, and for batters, denoted by the black. So let's see what it is. We have a 5. Outfielder robs a home run, and there's no advance for the player. So everybody has to scurry back to the bases with nobody on base. That's going to be, I'm going to call it Andrew Jones, as Joe Girardi gets a hold of one, rips it to center field. But Andrew Jones climbs the wall and robs a home run. Terrific play out there. We get a jack of spades. That's going to be a walk to Cone, and Bobby is not happy. Millwood not happy, and it's Chucky Knobloch to the plate. Chuck is a +2, one of Knobloch's best seasons here. A queen of spades is pretty good. That's a single, and we have an asterisk, so that means that's a 2 bases on the single. So maybe shot one into the gap. Knobloch 2 for 2 now. We get an ace. Ace -1 is king. King of diamonds is another single. This will be just a 1 base advance for the runners, but that's going to drive in the first run of the game as the Yankees take a 1-0 lead on the Jeter base hit. A base hit to left or something. 4 becomes a 3. 3 of hearts is a strikeout looking. And that'll be out number 2 as O'Neill goes down for the second time. Bernie Williams flied out his first time up. He's got 2 on the pond, 1 already in. This is a 10. 10 becomes 9. And a 9 is going to be a grounder to third base. Chipper's up with it over to first. And that's going to be all she wrote. So in the top of the third, Yankees get 1 in on the Derek Jeter single. And they lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. All right, bottom of the third we go. Back to the top of the order for the Braves, Gerald Williams, Ozzie Guillen, and Chipper Jones. A queen of hearts. Oh, man. Gosh. Let's clean that up. Queen of hearts is going to be a walk. So Gerald Williams with the walk. He's been on base twice. You could try to steal. Stealing would be a 6 to ace. So anything greater than 6. But Guillen is going to be up. A queen of diamonds will let him hit away. That's going to be a single. So base hit for Guillen. Moves the runner. And Chipper with 2 on and nobody out. 3 becomes a 5. 5 of clubs is a 3-1 put out. Now, when we have a runner at first base and less than 2 outs, we can try for the double play. If I flip a face card, it gets a double play, so we would go 3-6. I get maybe 3-6-1. We'll do that. If it's not, it would just be a 3-6 fielder's choice. She'd have runners at the corner. So let's try for the double play. It is a face card. So we'll go 3-6-1 on the double play. So we get a fielder's choice at second. That's out number 1. The runner's out at first, and the runner moves to third on the fielder's choice. So a runner at third, and BJ to the plate. He is a 5 of spades. That's a liner, but it's hit right to Brocious at third. So the Braves threaten, but a big double play turned by the infield, and that would have been Martinez to Jeter to the pitcher Cone covering. So Cone, pretty good fielder in his day, and makes a good play at first base. So let's head to the top of the fourth. 1-0 is our score. New York over Atlanta. Right to the top of the fourth we go. It'll be Tino Martinez, Ricky Leday, and Scotty Brocious. Martinez struck out in his first at bat. He is a 0, so an 8 of spades is going to be a fly out as he gets wood on it, but out to Andrew in center field, and Jones with the catch. Ricky Leday, a 7 becomes an 8. That'll be chopped to third base. No problem for Chipper Jones as he gets it on the right bounce and over to first for a 5-3 putout. And Scotty Brocious, a king becomes a queen, so that's going to be a single for Brocious. So 2-out single for Brocious brings up Joe Girardi. A 9 of hearts is a chopper to short. We're going to go the long way, and that is all she wrote. So Guillen with a good throw to first gets his man, and we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is 1-0 New York over Atlanta. All right, bottom of the fourth we go. It will be Klesko, Keith Lockhart, and Greg Myers for the Braves. This is not their strongest offense ever. The 98 team, a much stronger team. So we get a jack of hearts for Klinko, and that's going to be a deep fly ball to center field, but it will be playable. So in center, Bernie makes the play. Keith Lockhart is 0 for 1. He flied out to deep left field. It's always a good day when you get Keith Lockhart on the table. All right, we get a 5 of diamonds, and that will be a pop-up to the third baseman. Brocious says, I got it, and he's got it. And Greg Myers to the plate. Myers is a 0, so this is a 6 of spades, and he pokes one out to center field as Bernie Williams comes in on it, makes a running catch, and continues on to the dugout. We go to the top of the fifth inning, 1-0 New York. To the top of the fifth we go. It's Coney, and then back to the top with Knobloch and Jeter. So David Cone, 0 for 1 with a walk, or I guess 0 for 0. He has a walk and a run scored. A king of diamonds becomes a queen, and that's going to be a base hit. So Cone with a knock. Some pitchers have a -1. I don't believe David Cone has a -1. So let's see. He doesn't have any batting ratings at all. You could always give a pitcher a -1, which would prevent them from getting so many hits, probably. Chuck Knobloch, a 6 of clubs, is a pop out to the second baseman. Lockhart is there to make the play. Out number 1, runners hold. 10 of hearts becomes a 9. That's a 6-3. So if we flip a face card, that'll be a 6-4-3 double play. It's not. We'll just go 6-4 on the putout, and he'll be safe at first. But we get a out on the fielder's choice, and we trade Jeter for Cone at first. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 of clubs is an error, so sort of a general error on the play, and that's going to lead to 2 runners on for Bernie Williams. Oh boy. Bernie, king plus 2 is going to be into the rare play range. An ace is a wild pitch on strike 3. The batter is safe at first. So we'll do a K here and a wild pitch, and everybody moves up. So bases are going to be loaded, and Tino Martinez comes to the plate. Martinez with a 0. So a 2 of spades is going to be a strikeout looking, as he's gone down twice in this game. And that is 1, 2, the third out. So Millwood gets out of the fifth, a bunch of trouble. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. It is 1-0 Braves, or I wish, 1-0 New York over Atlanta. All right, to the bottom of the fifth we go. It is 1-0 Yankees over the Braves. Andrew Jones, Kevin Millwood, and Gerald Williams up for the Braves. Jones is a +1, 8 of clubs. It's a fly ball to center field. It's a can of corn for Bernie Williams. And Millwood to the plate. He flied out his last time up. This time he is going to pop up to the second baseman. That'll be out number 2. And Gerald Williams to the plate. Williams is going to pop up to third base. So call it a fly out to 5, as Brocious has to go out behind third base, and he'll make the catch in short left field. So 3 up, 3 down. Go the Braves. In the fifth, we go to the top of the sixth. It is 1-0 New York over Atlanta. All right, to the top of the sixth we go. Ricky Leday, Scott Brocious, and Joe Girardi, bottom of the order for the Yankees. Millwood still out there. He's going to be a -1. 5 of hearts is a pop up to third. So out to short left field. Chipper makes the catch. Scotty Brocious to the plate. Brocious is a +2. That's going to put him into rare, unusual batter territory. And another wild pitch on strike 3, and he'll be safe at first. So K with a wild pitch, and that will be Joe Girardi to the plate. Girardi is going to fly out to center field, no problem for Andrew Jones. And with 2 outs, David Cone comes to the plate here in the sixth. A jack becomes a 10. 10 of diamonds is a pretty good poke out to right field, but that's going to wind up being a deep fly ball. So 3 outs here in the sixth, and we go to the bottom of the sixth. It is 1-0 New York over Atlanta. All right, to the bottom of the sixth we go. Heart of the order for the Braves. Guillen, Jones, Jordan. Let's see if they can take care of business here. We get a 3. That's not going to do it, as that is a strikeout looking for Ozzie Guillen, the future manager. World Series winning manager, I believe. Chipper with a queen. Queen becomes an ace, and that moves from a single to a home run. So Chipper Jones rips one off of Cone, and that is going to be a homer. Brings up Brian Jordan to the plate. A queen of clubs is a single, but Jordan is a +1, so that becomes king, and that'll be a long single. So back-to-back hits for the Braves. Runner on for Ryan Klesko, and Klesko is a +2. So a 9 of spades is an F9. And with pretty good speed there, we'll let Brian Jordan tag up. So he gets to second base on the F9, and Keith Lockhart to the plate. 10 of diamonds is another deep fly ball, as Lockhart's gotten a hold of a couple of them, but can't poke them out. The Braves do tie it up with a home run in the bottom of the sixth. It's 1-1 as we go to the top of the seventh. Top of the seventh we go. We got a pitcher's duel. 1-1, and it'll be the top of the order with Chucky Knobloch, Derek Jeter, and Paul O'Neill. 7 becomes a 6. 6 of diamonds is a pop-up to short. So Knobloch. Millwood gets into his kitchen. That's second pop-up of the day for the Knobloch. And Chuck is 2 for 4. Derek Jeter to the plate. 10 becomes 12. So that's going to become a queen. And that is a base hit for Derek Jeter. Jeter now 2 for 4. King becomes a queen. Queen of diamonds is a single. And so that's back-to-back singles. And we'll be station to station here. So Jeter and O'Neill are on in front of Bernie Williams. 3 becomes 2. That's going to be a strikeout looking, as Williams can't believe it. Can't pull the trigger on that big hook of Kevin Millwood's. And there's 2 down now with 2 on, and Tino Martinez to the plate. Martinez trying to be a hero here. he is going to take the walk very patiently. And that will load the bases. So the base is loaded for Ricky Lede. Lede is a +1. 9 becomes 10. 10 of clubs is an error. Oh my gosh. So one base error is going to make everybody move up. And that is an unearned run given up by the Braves defense. And it'll be Scotty Brocious. He's probably going to hit a home run, right? Nope. No home run. But we have a rare, unusual play. So probably something good for the offense. Wild pitch. Everybody advances one base. So everybody home on the wild pitch. So that's 2 unearned runs in the inning. And we have runners at second and third. The wheels have fallen off for the Braves. It's now 3-1. And Scotty Brocious, queen becomes a jack. Jack of hearts is a deep fly ball to center field. And everybody in Atlanta well, I guess they're at Turner Field, but they are holding their breath on this one. That's going to be a fly ball, deep fly ball. The runner's going to score from third, so that becomes a sacrifice fly. And another run is in. It's now 4-1, and the runner at second will stay. 9 becomes an 8. That's a fly out to center field or left field. Gerald Williams is there, and he's going to make the play in left. But 3 runs come in for the Yankees in the 7th. They take a 4-1 lead, and they're going to leave Cone out there for one more inning. All right, and we are back for the bottom of the 7th. Greg Myers, Andrew Jones, and the pitcher spot, which we'll have a pinch hitter for Millwood. We get a king. Greg Myers, a king of hearts, is going to be a base knock, and Myers with the single. I'm going to have to move you back a little bit here so I can get in there. All right, so Myers with the single. Andrew Jones to the plate. A 9 becomes 10. 10 of spades is a deep fly ball to left field. With catcher speed at first, I'm not going to let Myers advance, but it will bring up the pitcher. So let's get a pinch hitter. All right, the pinch hitter is going to be Randall Simon. Simon, a lefty bat, big man. And he's facing off against David Cone. He is a +1 batter. So let's see what he's got. He's got a man on. 8 of diamonds. He is a 4-3 put out. So let's see if it is a double play. A face card is a double play. No double play. That'll just be a fielder's choice. So that's 2 outs in the inning. And Simon is on with a 6-4 double play. Back to the top of the order with Gerald Williams. Williams is 1 for 2. A 5 of clubs is a grounder 3-1 on the put out as Tino Martinez underhands it to the pitcher Cone, who steps on the bag for out number 3. And that's the end of the threat. So the Braves don't score in the 7th. It's 4-1 as we head to the top of the 8th. All right, and into the game comes Kevin McGlinchey. Haven't heard that name in a long time. 3.66 FIP, 2.82 ERA, and 64 appearances, 7-3 record. He's a -1, so he'll be the same as Millwood. The Braves have like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in their bullpen who had sub 3.5 ERAs. They were loaded at the bullpen, including Rocker. 74 games, 38 saves, 2.49 ERA. He is a -2. So if they ever get the lead, which they haven't, but if they ever do, watch out. All right, David Cone is going to be pinch hit for. Let me put you on hold, and I will pinch hit for him. All right, and we are back for the top of the 8th inning. We're going to bring in Chad Curtis. Curtis, a +1 batter. He's pinch hitting here in the 8th for David Cone. He'll be facing off against Kevin McGlinchey, who is a -1. And a queen becomes a king. And a king of spades is a double, as we get a pinch hit double from Chad Curtis. And he leads off the 8th with a 2-bagger. Knobloch, a 9 of hearts, is a 6-3 put out. So that's going to be right in front of the runner. He's not going to advance. And that'll be out number 1. 10 becomes a 9. 9 is a 5-3 put out. Again, no advancement as we go the long way. Chipper looks back the runner at second, says, "You better not." And he stays there. And the right fielder O'Neill is up 3 times. McGlinchey gets the advantage here. 4 of hearts is going to be a little tapper back to the pitcher. He underhands it to first, and that's a 1-2, well, almost a 1-2-3 inning. So he gets 3 outs in a row. We'll call it that. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and we're going to have a new pitcher for the Yankees, but they lead by a score of 4-1. All right, to the bottom of the 8th we go. The new pitcher is going to be Ramiro Mendoza, sorry. Ramiro Mendoza will face off against Guillen, Jones, and Jordan. Mendoza in 1999, 9-9 record, 3.93 FIP, 4.29 ERA, and 53 innings. He did have 3 saves. Not their best pitcher coming out. Could have brought in Stanton or Alan Watson for 20 games. But Rivera, he's right up there with Jason Grimsley. Grimsley not great. And I would only bring him in mop-up duty. But 4-1, Mendoza feels like the right person. We're not going to burn Stanton. So, and if he can get the 3 outs here, we'll see the Sandman come in. So Ozzie Guillen, no modifiers, so a 10 of spades is a deep fly ball to left field as Ozzie with that funky swing hits one deep to left, but not far enough, and he's going to make the out for the first out of the inning. Chippewa Jones to the plate. 3 + 2 is 5. 5 is a chopper to first base. The only play is to first because nobody's on base, so a little underhand to the pitcher, and that's out number 2. BJ Jordan with the +1, so that puts him into the rare unusual play territory. 2 is going to be catcher's interference. So we're going to say E2 on the catcher. And Klinko to the plate, he's a +2. Queen becomes a king, or an ace. Ace of clubs is a 2-bagger as Ryan Klesko, bing bang, 2 bags. He doesn't have an asterisk there, so they hold up the runner at third. And Keith Lockhart to the plate. Can he be a hero? He cannot. The 4 is going to be a 3, and he strikes out swinging. So Mendoza gets the better of Keith Lockhart with 2 on and 2 out, and that might be the door closing on the Braves right there. That was their chance. All right, so we go to the top of the 9th. New York is up 4-1 in Game 2 of the '99 World Series. All right, and we're back with the top of the 9th inning. We're going to bring in John Rocker just because we can. Rocker, 273 FIP, 4-5 record, 2.49 ERA, 74 games pitched, 38 saves for the big lefty, the sort of off the hinges lefty. Bernie Williams, but they say you got to be a little bit off to be a good closer, and he was a good closer. So Bernie Williams to the plate. 6 - 2. Rocker is a -2, so 6 - 2 is a 4. That's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher as Rocker runs it halfway over, underhands it to the first baseman, and it is Klesko who steps on the bag for out number 1. Tino Martinez to the plate. Martinez has struck out twice. He's got a 4 here, and he's not going to strike out, but he is going to pop out to the first baseman as he can't get around on that fastball up in his kitchen, and he pops it up to first base. Klesko, both putouts so far. Ricky Leday to the plate. Leday a +1, so 8 of spades is going to be a chopper to the third baseman Jones. One of the best third basemen in history makes the play. Good throw to first, and a very uneventful 9th inning as Rocker sets them down 1-2-3. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Braves have absolutely no chance to win this one. Let's see what happens. Mariano Rivera is coming in, and the Sandman will come into the game. All right, we head to the top of the 9th. Rivera is finishing up his warm-up pitches. Rivera was a 292 FIP, 183 ERA, 4-3 record, 66 games pitched, 45 saves. He had Just 52 strikeouts in 69 innings. Not not really more pitching a little bit more to contact than you would think. Only 18 walks in 69 innings. He only gave up 2 home runs for the season. So it's going to be a tall task. And don't know if the Braves even have anybody coming off the bench. I think I've used one of theirs. They have maybe one other +1. So let's check that out. Hold on just a second. Let me check out the Braves bench. All right, so the Braves do have one quality hitter coming off the bench. It'll be Brian Hunter. Hunter, I thought he was on the old 91 team. I think he was on the 91 team. Maybe he's back for a second tour of duty. Anyway, Hunter comes in off the bench. He's a +1. Either way, he's a better option than Greg Myers. So let's see if Hunter can get the party started, and it'll be Andrew Jones to the plate after that. Rivera is a -2, so that king becomes a jack. So instead of a single, we get a walk. So a rare walk from Mariano Rivera. Puts Hunter at first base and Andrew Jones to the plate. Jones is going to pop it up to the third baseman, and that'll be out number 1. Let's get a pinch hitter for the pitcher spot. And who would be pinch hitting? Maybe Walter Weiss. So Weiss with the pinch hit in the 9th inning. He is a 0. A 6 is going to be a fly ball to center field. And they're down to their final out. Terrell Williams to the plate with a man on as he is patient, takes a walk from Rivera. Rivera upset out there. I don't know how you could ever tell, but I'm sure he showed some signs of being upset. Maybe kicked a pebble or something. Ozzie Guillen to the plate. 10 becomes an 8. 8 is going to be a fly ball poked out to left field. Maybe. But Lede is going to be there, and he makes the catch for the third out. That's going to end the game as Rivera comes in for the save. The Yankees win this one by a score of 4-1. I'm not even going to grace the Yankees with finishing everything out because I don't really care. They are now up 2-0 in this World Series after a 3-0 shutout and a 4-1 victory as they are dominating this very lackluster Braves offense. All right, that is Quick Play Baseball. You can find Quick Play Baseball at clarkandaddisongaming.com. You actually purchase Quick Play Baseball. This is just, these are just 2 teams. So you can see it's already page 110. You get, I don't know, anywhere from 15 to 18 to 20 seasons at a time. So you purchase these in blocks of seasons. So this is 1994 to 2005. That's the steroid era. So you can get every player who got into a game, pitcher and batter. They're all rated for all 3 versions of the game. And I believe these are $10 a piece. So you get 30 years of history for $10. So I've got several different eras. It's 7 or 8 different eras, starting with the dead ball era and early baseball, moving all the way through. I think I've rated through 2022 or 3 for the modern era. In fact, I think I've closed out sort of, it's 2006 to 2022 or 3. And really, I'm starting a new era with what we have now with the pitch clock and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like the eras are complete as they are now. They're just, I don't have the most modern ones available yet. But you can get every player rated. It's really awesome. It's just a lot of baseball for $10. And all you need is a set of cards, just one single deck of playing cards. If you cut this out, you can see here that hopefully you can see the lines there. But if you cut this out, you can actually fold it as a quad fold. And it's basically the size of a playing card, right? So I did that on purpose so that you can actually fold this up and you can put it into the tuck box itself. So you can actually put all of the game into a tuck box, and then all you need is a sheet of paper really to be able to keep score. It's one of the most portable games I've ever seen in my life. It's akin to what's it called? Pocket Pennant Run in its portability. But you get, if you have the file on your computer, you can just have like literally dozens of seasons that are available to you, and they're all rated. It's actually, once you understand the ratings, you could just go on Baseball Reference or whatever, and you could rate out your own teams even if you didn't have the ratings with you. So, yeah, Quick Play Baseball. It's one of my favorites and one of the favorites of many people because it's so fast. I haven't showed you the Quick Play game, but the Quick Play game is literally one half inning is one flip. And then the medium play game, you might play out a little bit more. You might play out one flip is one half inning. It just depends. And then the situation cards come with this. So for the full play game, you don't need the situation cards. The situation cards are just there to set up the inning. So what is the situation you kind of get dropped into? And then you've got to work your way through that situation. So that's how the game works. That's sort of the concept of the game, and that helps to speed things up. The medium play game, even though it uses the situation cards, it tells you everything that happened before or leading up to that situation, so you can actually keep a score sheet as well, because then you just write in what happened before, and then from that point on, what happens after that. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty thoughtful. It's a game I've had for a few years now. And I take it with me sometimes just to the coffee shop when I know I'm going to be at a coffee shop for a couple of hours with nothing to do. It plays great on a table, obviously. It doesn't take up much space. And it plays really well in like a coffee shop type environment. So you can have a notebook, like a small notebook with a sheet of paper, and you can write out your lineups and all that kind of stuff, which you can get online as well. All right, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments section. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That's a really easy way to support what we're doing here. Another way is to go to clarkandaddisongaming.com and to pick up a season. Again, if you look up Quick Play Baseball on here, you'll see all of the different eras that are available. So if you have a favorite, if you want the full gamut of the Negro Leagues, that's also included. You would need to buy the live ball and the integration era. So both of those eras would give you all of the Negro League seasons and all the Negro League players rated for those seasons. So if you're into that, that is included with the game as well. Otherwise, thank you everyone for participating yesterday in the Cyber Monday deal. I hope you got some really good deals. My games are not that expensive, so 50% off is kind of a steal for some of these games. So hopefully you picked up seasons that you needed to complete, or maybe you picked up a game that you haven't played before. It's a good time when it only costs $5 or $6 to get a new season or a new game that maybe you haven't tried before. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com, clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. There's so much more to come. So many things are in the hopper. So many things are being worked on. I just thought it'd be a nice little change of pace this morning to show something a little bit older, and you'll see me do this a little bit more. We have new people coming into the fold, so to speak, and new people coming in as viewers and subscribers here. So I want to kind of give you the back catalog in some ways too, but also showing you the things that I'm working on now. All right, I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.